Good afternoon, everybody. So my name is Jean-Christophe Albou. A little disclaimer, we have two French people, so apologize for the typical French accent. So today we are here to present you two use cases for the remote and cloud productions. I am here today with Romuald Rat, who is director of France Télévisions Innovation Lab. Welcome, Romuald. So just a little background on the TVU. I think most of you know what we do, but in a quick way, we are here since more than 18 years doing live productions for sports and news production. So we have developed a wide range of solutions that can transmit, enrich, and produce content. We can virtually transmit using different type of technologies, and mostly 5G today. We can virtually transmit from any location to any destination. I was this weekend with a very, very well-known production company, and we were able to showcase 0.3 seconds of latency from the venue to the destination server. Using, of course, HD quality, so we can transmit 4K HDR 422 nowadays. So more than 18 years, I think what's very typical in TVU is that we have the deep understanding of broadcast since the beginning, but we have also a huge knowledge in the IT and IP protocol transmissions and technologies. And I guess that you are very familiar that sometimes it's two different worlds. So what we did is really create a wide range of solutions that can both address the traditional broadcast workflows, but also to be able to address the needs of remote and cloud productions. So I think one of the very important part of what we do today is when we switch from one technology to the other, it's always a challenge, whatever the new technology is performing. So we really built a lot of tools to enrich the content, automate the content, produce better, because the intention of everything we do is to improve workflows, but also able to produce more at less cost and greener. So the important part, and this is where I think Romuald from France Télévisions will give you a better highlight, is that we don't sell solutions. We actually solve customer problems. We take a lot of time by sitting down with customers, understanding the workflows, the challenge. We spend a lot of time training operators, journalists, to be sure that the production goes well. And it was very interesting to hear a few minutes ago that we had some mixed experience using 5G technologies. But again, every technology is a challenge if there is no proper training and understanding of the customer workflow. So I think it's always better to let customer talk. So the first use case that you're going to see was actually a TVU setup to help Rush Media production to do the live of the women NBA. So remote production use case. Please send the video.
Our remote production setup for the WNBA is almost exclusively RPS, encoders and decoders. We put the encoders on all of our trucks and the decoders here in our studios. It allows the maximum channel count and maximum receive count per game. Since we do so many games a season, we need the channel count.
For WNBA, what we actually do is we run full production. So we'll come in, we have a crew sets up our cameras, we set the engineering up, we handle both road and home shows for the WNBA teams that we handle.
Take 5. You can lose that, Brad.
The cool thing with TVU is that here we have 3 different transmission paths that we have to send out. Today it's Bally's here in Atlanta, our studios in Wanakee where the show is actually going to be cut in one of our studios there, and to WNBA. Roll it, it's all music.
TVU has found a way to get the latency down below a second. The simplicity on the back of the TVU is really awesome. 8 BNC connectors on the back that you feed SDI right into, simple as that. You have 1 LAN port, 1 internet port, an HDMI output to monitor all your separate feeds, the bandwidth coming in and out of them. Monitoring is awesome on it.
I can see every encoder that we have in the fleet, if it's online, if it's offline. I can remote into our RPS command center, and I can change the resolution, I can change the frame rates, I can dial down the latency, I can dial up the latency, the bit rates. I don't need to make a phone call to do that. I have full control over that through command center.
The tallest player on the court, the US.
The TVU allows 16 channels of audio, which is amazing in that we can get redundancy of multiple channels over multiple camera paths, and that just is a fail-safe, helps us make sure that if one camera goes down or if we lose a feed, that we've got redundant backup across the board.
TVU has basically just taken 2 trucks and simplified it into 1 truck, and I'm able to just plug and play as I go and send signals wherever I need to in the country, wherever there's a decoder TVU unit. And then they do the same thing I do, unplug and play.
We get the maximum amount of channels out of anything we've ever demoed. 6 paths plus 2 return paths. 8 total channels was something that a lot of other products couldn't offer. And then the form factor too. The RPS unit is one small rack unit. It's light, it's not humongous, it doesn't cost us a lot to ship if we need to ship it. We can put it on our trucks, it doesn't take up a lot of space. Engineers don't need a second hand to lift it in and out of the truck.
TVU does make our life at least 50% easier. By the fact that we don't have to integrate with a whole nother television truck or mobile unit.
TVU does all the work for us.
Thanks for watching. So this is a very quick overview of the setup. So the TVU RPS for remote production system was able to get all the feeds, so we can transmit 6 cameras perfectly synced and low latency with high resiliency to the different sites. And we were able to transmit to different places at the same time for the production of the Women NBA. So this was mostly a remote production use case, and now I'm going to go to the next steps, which is to introduce remote and cloud production for a news event that was transmitted on air at France Télévisions. So please I welcome you, Romuald Rat, to introduce yourself and explain a bit more what we have done. So just a quick video before we win over to you.
L'information de France Télévisions va proposer plusieurs rendez-vous depuis cette péniche au pied de la Tour Eiffel.
Alors le principe c'est d'être au plus près, on fait des événements, d'être en permanence proche des gens, proche des situations. Là dans un an c'est les JO, c'est le lancement, les athlètes seront sur une péniche. Donc on a voulu se mettre dans la même situation, dans la même configuration.
Merci d'être avec le président du comité paralympique et sportif français. Vous avez été médaillé.
Hello everybody. Sorry for to have the worst English of the day. I'm Romuald Rat. I'm in charge of technological innovation in France Télévisions, and one of my mission is to find a solution to produce differently for the news production and also for sport production, which is very important for France Télévisions. You know that France Télévisions is a main broadcaster of main sports event. And also at the same time, we want to have a solution to produce news production very quickly, very easily, everywhere in the world, whatever the condition, like we did on Monday in Morocco for special events, news events.
So can you please explain us the setup that was
yes.
rolled out for this event in Paris?
Yes, for the 1 year countdown of the Olympic Games, we decided to produce 3 hours of live on for our news channel, and unfortunately, the editor teams wanted to do that from a boat sailing on the Seine. So it was not easy, and so we decided to produce everything in the cloud system, in the TVU cloud system. So it was a challenge for us, because we used to produce in remote production, but not in a cloud system, and so we decided to do it with TVU, our partner TVU.
Okay, so just a quick background. There was no way to put OB vans on a boat moving on La Seine, and we were actually passing under the bridge, so we got just no way to put satellite connection here. So we had to do a very specific setup, so we did a lot of tests and to ensure that we were able to deliver high connectivity. And the other challenge was that we got all the producers not at the station but directly on the boat, and we did have to coordinate with all the technical crews, the producer, between the boat moving on La Seine with also the TV station. So can you tell us a little bit more?
Yes, you said the boat was sailing, okay, and there was a lot of bridge, and as someone talked about a few minutes ago, French 5G is not very 5G, and so not at all, yes. So we decided to combine 4 and 5 public 4G or 5G public with 2 Starlink in a maritime mode. We are used to using this kind of connectivity for our news production. And all thing was aggregated with a TVU router. So it gave us very good connectivity. And what was very important, we need very good connectivity up and down, because all the production was on the boat sailing. So it works very well. And the switching camera was done only on the laptop. Connect with a high screen, and what was important, we did not have only 4 cameras on the boat. We also have 1 camera from a reporter in Ukraine, 1 in the suburb of Paris, a very dangerous place, and 1 was on a moto filming in live the boat from the berge. So everything was aggregated on the TV system, and we were very happy about the result. For us, it was a very big success. I saw the countdown running, and it was a very good success because we were able to produce 3 hours of live with the highest quality. It was very important for us to have this level of quality, and it was very important also for us because it helped us to bring our operational team in this changing
methodology of producing.
Methodology,
yes.
Yes. And we prepare that during 3 or 4 months to prepare the process, to train the whole operational team to do the setting. So it was a very big success for us. And now we are working with TVU with the next step. Next step for us will to industrialize this process for for a lot of production in France Télévisions, and to use it in the local production of sport events in the next months.
So just to finish, I think one of the challenge and actually the beauty of the results, if you understand that we were moving on a boat, doing duplex from different places of the world and coordinating people, the biggest challenge was to get everything synced. And we did that perfectly, and we had even a super low latency transmission program out directly to the station. And I think this is a very good use case of not only using the remote productions methodology, but also using the cloud, not only to produce web content, but really to send high quality program to the station. Thank you for...
Yeah. Just to finish, little thing very important. We made a calcul, and it shows that we save 30% of the budget of the production, which is a little important. And also we use less material, so less truck, so less CO2, which is very important at this time.
Thank you so much. And I think that says it all. 99% of the sport never go live today, also because of cost and difficulty of producing. So this is where we can help. Have a good day and see you too at the TVU Networks at IBC.